Welcome to the Breakdown Podcast. Here is where we simplify complex issues in the society. And today we are going to break down the right to protest.
This is The Breakdown.
Today with me here is my co-host,
Alexandria Omondi.
Yeah, and welcome to the Breakdown. Yeah, so let's get right into it. So what exactly is the right to protest? The meaning of the right to protest is the freedom of people to gather publicly and express their views, opinions, or dissatisfactions with the government or any issues affecting the society. Kwa ufupi ni maandamano. Ushaienda maandamano?
Honestly, sijaienda. Sijaifika, but I do watch those videos on live streaming.
So what do you understand by the right to protest?
Yes, I understand. And the right to protest, it, according to my understanding, it simply means the people gathering or assembling to picketing, demonstration, and presenting their opinions or views to hold the government accountable, and not forgetting that it should be unlawful and it should be lawful and people should be unarmed.
I'm getting you. That's why we're getting into that. In Kenya, it's a constitutional right.
Yes.
It is in our constitution in Article 37 that people have the free right and freedom to peacefully and unarmed to assemble, demonstrate, picket, and present petitions to the public authority. So,
Yes.
but I can see that the keywords here are peacefully and unarmed.
Unarmed, yes.
Yeah. So, from our discussion a while back, we said we have experienced maandamano in Kenya. Do you believe that they were peaceful and the people were unarmed? Do you believe so?
Okay. According to me, the videos I've watched as someone who has never attended, who has never gone for any protest, the videos I've been watching, I can say people have been protesting and unarmed and there, but we should not forget that those people who cause violence and peaceful protesters, they are two different people, because we've had people complaining about destruction of property, violences, vandalism and looting of businesses. So it's going for a protest, it should never be an excuse for looting someone's business or even vandalizing or causing violence. It happens, but at times the videos we watch, we can see that at times it's peaceful, but at times there's a time that it changes and now it now changes to being violent, people burning tires. Yes.
Yeah. Protest is supposed to be people going out there and voicing their frustrations with the government or anything, any societal issue. Yeah, but in recent protests, I also witnessed that we have had infiltration of goons, people who go there to cause violence, and which that is not protest. Yeah, I think as Kenyans we should understand that protest is not throwing stones at the police. It's not looting people's businesses. That is not what is protected in the Constitution. What is protected in the Constitution is people peacefully marching onto the streets and voicing their concerns, raising placards. And I think most of us understand that, but I think we still have a very few minority who just take advantage of other people voicing their concerns to loot other people's businesses. Yeah. So, but now let's move to why people protest. Why do you think people protest?
Okay, in my opinion, I'd say the reason as to why people protest, one, they're expressing their opinions, or at times it's always about rejecting a policy or a government policy that they don't accept it. So this is now when people protest. And another one is always about holding the government accountable. According to when we are defining democracy, it's not only about engaging while voting. Holding the government accountable, and also these protests, they also shows that we are in a democratic country. Yes.
Yeah, so I think people we resort to protest when we feel like the people we elected to represent us are not doing their jobs.
Yes, exactly.
Take the Finance Bill 2024 for instance.
Yes.
People are going to the street to reject it. It is supposed to be the mandate of our MPs to see that that bill is not favoring its citizens, and they are the ones who are supposed to be rejecting it first. But because of so many factors, we find that the MPs were going against the people. So the people decided, let us go to the streets so that we can be heard, because we are not being heard through our MPs. Let us be heard.
No,
We go
but
to our
us-
own voices.
Yes. No.
This takes us back to Article 1 of the Constitution, which says that power belongs
To the
people.
people.
Yeah. So this is people using their power. Yeah. So there's better governance, accountability, justice. We've seen people go to the street for murders
Yes.
and abductions. We've seen people go to the street because, as I said, the finance bill. So any issue that affect, we even see gender-based violence, people
Gender-based
marching
violence.
onto the streets.
Yes.
So it's various issues in the,
It's also about pay. When there is underpaying of workers,
Yeah.
teachers, or
Yeah.
even doctors, they go to the street to demand for either promotions or they get pay. Even
Yeah.
I think was it last year that the public university, the lecturers were marching too, so that they demand pay.
yeah. So I think when inasaidia ile wakati people feel like their voices are not being heard,
Yeah.
it helps people raise their voices themselves. Yeah. So do you think it is necessary for it to be a right for people to march on the streets? Because I think every time there's protest, people die. We also have to look at that dark side. For me, I think it is like it should not have casualties because it should be peaceful and unarmed. But we see the police sometimes using force. And that's what I want us to look at next. When do you think police should start using force during protests?
In my opinion, I think using force during protests should always come as a last resort. Police should always ensure that the first thing that should always come into their mind is de-escalation. They can use tear gas or whatever to de-escalate people when they feel like it's now becoming to the protest
Yeah.
now becoming to be violent. But using now the what is it called? Using guns or shooting people, this one now it's unlawful. Yes.
Yeah.
This should always come as a last resort.
Yeah, so what we're trying to look at and explain to the people here is what should the police be doing
Yes.
in the protest. Let's say we have a protest tomorrow. What's the job of the police when that protest is going on? Yeah, for me, I think they should first keep the citizens safe.
Yes.
They're the ones who should be spotting these
The
goons.
goons, yes.
Yeah, they're the ones, when people are marching and protesting, they're supposed to be spotting these people, these specific people that are looting people's businesses, these people who are burning those tires. They're the ones who should be. So when they cannot just shoot unarmed people and say that there was a protest, they should play a specific role in that protest. And their work there is not also to stop the protest.
Also to protect these people who are now they're giving their opinions, expressing their concerns. But now what they do is just it's opposite of what they should be doing.
Because I think we have had a culture in this country of the police trying to stop protests. Because even in the recent anniversary of the 24th June, you are going into town and there were roadblocks everywhere. You now wonder, people have said they're going to protest and they said they're going to be peaceful. Why are you roadblocking people not to get to town? Why are you roadblocking parliament? People just want to go lay flowers. Why are you blocking them? That is not their role. Their role is just to stand there, let people get into town, but spot these small characters, goons who want to bring disruptions to the protest. Otherwise, the protest should be everybody's right and should be allowed. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Because when now on to add on what you're saying about blocking roads, I think it shouldn't happen, because at times you get that when you block roads, a business person or an employee, this person now he or she can't be able to go to work, and this should not be the case. What about if there could be an emergency? Maybe they want to rush someone to the hospital or something like that. Now we are going to lose this patient because you blocked the road for people. Now they can't access or they can't use this road. That
Yeah.
shouldn't be the case. They're just there to make sure this protest is peaceful, and also they protect the rights of people. They shouldn't forget that people have the right to live. Yes, right
Yeah.
to life.
Yeah, but now let's flip it and look it from the angle of the police. When do you think a protest now becomes illegal? People have voiced their concern that they're going to the streets. From the police angle, when does the police now decide that this is no longer a protest and they have to do something? So at what point would you think the protest becomes illegal? Because me, I think when we start seeing businesses being looted, people start being violent, people start throwing stones at the police. Although people argue that most of the time the police are the ones who start the commotion, but we must also factor in that when people start breaking down people's businesses, the police should intervene. Yeah, and that protest should end. Do you think that process should once you see businesses being looted, do you think that process should end there, or the police should just catch the culprits doing the looting, take them to police station, and leave the protest to go on?
Okay, we can't say that the protest should end there, because these people, they have that right to protest. And then at the same time, the police should ensure that, okay, they shouldn't focus with these peaceful protesters. As I told you, peaceful protesters and these people looting businesses, they're two different people. These people are going there with the aim of, they're using this chance of people protesting to go and loot other people's businesses or even attack these peaceful protesters. So the police is there to ensure that these people looting businesses, they're there to guard these people's businesses or deal with these goods that are going there to loot people. But at times when you watch these videos or either individuals live streaming the protest, you can see that goons are looting people's businesses, but the policemen, they are busy de-escalating other peaceful protesters, leaving these people who are looting others' business. So you see, they are not protecting anything. They are there to protect people's businesses and people's life, but they're busy de-escalating people, leaving these goons.
Yeah, I think
Stealing people.
I think protests have been politicized.
Yes.
Right now. It is now the people against the government, and the government are using now the police. Now a protest becomes a war between the people and
The police.
And in real sense, protest is just supposed to be people relaying a message to the government.
Yes.
So you do not understand why the government is retaliating from a message. Why are you refusing people to send out this message? Because we've had so many occasions where people are walking, minding their own business, but just because it is a day of protest or it is an area that had protest, the police come and harass that person. Because when protests are going on, for example, here, Thika Road, here, and I am a passerby, I decide to walk along. I am unarmed, I do not have any weapon, I am not even part of the protest, I am just walking, but get harassed by this police. That's not constitutional, that's not legal, because I am just a passerby. And I think the police misread their role in this protest, because they take advantage of that moment to fight with these people, to fight with the people, to take out their frustrations of the people. Because I'm passerby, I am no threat to you. But somehow I'm arrested, I'm harassed. Yeah, it happens.
They're getting tortured. For example, was it I think it was the 2024 protest that happened. I think there was this guy who was just selling masks to these peaceful protesters so that they can use the mask. But this guy, he got shot. There's
Yeah.
nothing bad he did. He
Yeah,
wasn't even violent.
I think, yeah,
but-
what was his name?
Was it Eric Shen or who? No, I can't remember exactly his name, but
Videos like that, it circulated everywhere, but it was so sad. Yeah, the guy was just selling masks, but it was clearly seen that the police wanted to send a message.
Yes.
They wanted to scare people from coming to this protest. Yeah, but and that's why we are learning this right to protest, knowing that you have a right to be there. It is very unconstitutional for the police to harass you while in a protest, so long as you are unarmed and peaceful. That, I think, is the major line that also us as the protesters or those people who are going out protesting should know, that the Constitution only protects peaceful and unarmed protesters. The moment you become violent, the
no.
moment you are armed, it no longer becomes a
peaceful protest now.
a peaceful protest. Yeah, and let us end with your thoughts on. Do you think sometimes the protesters become too violent, or do you think the police are the ones who escalate these things? From your view.
Okay, in my own opinion, I think, I'd say that I'll still insist that peaceful protesters and these people causing violence, they are different people. Someone going there to attack peaceful protesters is using this advantage of people protesting now to go and loot someone's business, or maybe attack these people who are peaceful. And then also, this is where now the police need to understand. The only thing, according to me, I think they can say, if they feel like it's now becoming violent, they can de-escalate people so that people can now, this will now make people like preventing or now not causing that violence, because they're de-escalated. People will start running or going to
And let's speak, even let's say people become violent in a protest. Do you think they should still be shot? Because I don't think they should still be shot. Everyone has a right to a fair trial.
Yes, if the policeman feels like this person was causing violence, arrest him. Yes, arrest him so that he can be presented in front of court and be held accountable.
And,
but this issue of them that they are arresting protesters, and then now later you hear that they were not taken to the police station, but where they were taken to, them themselves, the protesters don't even know where they were taken. They are going there, they are going to get tortured, something, and that is not legal.
And what do you think the remarks of our leaders? You had CS a while back saying that anyone coming near a police station should be shot. Let us dig deep to that. Does anywhere in the Constitution allow the police to shoot any protester?
No, it's not lawful.
It's not anywhere in our Constitution that says the police should shoot anyone. If anyone is coming to attack the police station, the police obviously are more armed than these people. So they should have the capability to arrest them.
And then now this is where now the de-escalation. If you see that someone is coming to attack you as a policeman, why don't you use the possible ways that you can
Let us be logical, because when this is a police station and people are coming to attack it, you have guns. And once you point those guns, or I know there are taught measures how to de-escalate crowds, and you don't have to shoot at them. When you shoot up, these people will
They will run, yeah.
they will disperse, they will run because they're also fearing for their lives.
For their life, yeah.
Yeah, and also you can. It's not a must you kill these people. You can even leave your post. No one is going to blame you for leaving your post to save your own
To
life.
save your own life,
Yeah,
exactly.
unless maybe we say unless the police is in immense danger. Oh, what do you think?
I still have this problem of these policemen shooting people. It's not.
Let's say
not
that
lawful.
the police is cornered at one point, and there are so many people coming at him and they are attacking him. Do you think he has the right to fire his weapon?
I don't think so.
Thank you for joining the breakdown. If you enjoyed today's episode, like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking questions in the comments. We are out.